Yo, what's up? It's me, Sharkoudi. Welcome to my first video. I'm gonna be showing you my shark deck. First, we're gonna start with our starters. We do have 3 Buster, good normal summon, and we can search it off many ways. So this card is very essential for the deck. It also helps us playing through Fuba. Best starter, I would say, Surface and Big Jaw. This card requires a activated spell in a turn to be used as a special summon, but you can also use it as a normal summon. It can search pretty much through the whole deck of monsters. Onto our level 5s. Now this was our starters. Those are semi-starters now. Crystal Shark, 1 is fine. I would not play more. And 2 Abyss Sharks. This can search pretty much everything too. You normally you would search with him Abyss Shark and with Abyss Shark other sharks. So this ratio is fine. I would not change that. You need 2 of those for a grind game and such. Now onto our one-off sharks. One Drake Shark. Drake Shark is a 7 Tachyon search for the 7 Tachyon search, or for the Abyss Shark. I would cut this if you don't need a lot of sharks, but for the consistency I thought it would be a good idea to play it. Jet Shark, this is essential for the deck. You cannot cut it out. You're gonna dump off your traps with it, and you can special summon it if you control a water XYZ, so this card would be technically a brick on your hand. Right Hand Shark, this card is the card you're gonna special summon through Buster if you get Fuvered, because this card says if it's under a XYZ, this card cannot be destroyed by battle, and you are basically doing a crook cook, and you automatically have a tower which cannot be destroyed, so you can stall the game. That was it for our one-off sharks. Some spice. We are playing a package of Dododo and Onomatokage. Because we don't have that much starters, I thought it would be a good idea to play Dododo Warrior and Onomatokage. First, you can get 2 level 4 bodies out, and Onomatokage gives you a cycle, so you can put back XYZs to get more into grind game. Even if you get those onto your hand, you can still dump with Dododo Warrior. So this ratio is fine. You're gonna special summon Dugaris with it. Now onto our search. 1 Tachyon and 2 Ascension. You could play 3 Tachyon. I don't have the money for that, so if you don't want to play into draw, I would rather go for 7 Tachyon, 3 Os. Now onto our draw package. We are playing 3 Typhon and 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. This card allows us to draw 2 cards, and then we're gonna have to discard 1 quick play spell. We can also search a Mystical Space Typhoon, which is pretty good, going second, let's say against Mitsurugi for the prayers. For this package we need a lot of quick plays, so pretty popular at the moment. Super Polymerization, a good board breaker, and it's quick play, so this card synergizes very well into our deck. 3 Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice is better than Imperm because it's a spell, so it technically activates our Surfacing Big Jaw. We also play 3 Forbidden Droplets, Chalice and Droplet. Droplet is pretty good, also a good board breaker, quick play, and let's say we have a combination of those. We can start activating Chalice and then activate Droplet, dump him. This is pretty good, and I like the ratio. So this is our quick play spell engine. We are playing 3 Fuva main. Pretty good card in this current format. I would not change that. This is important to draw into our other spell board breakers. Onto our one-offs. 1 Instant Fusion. It can get us a body. It's not as great as a starter, but you can use it for specific combos, and you would usually side that out. 1 Aqua Jet. This card is essential for our deck because we can search it off with the Jet Shark in the grave. So this card gives us recurrence. And Called By. Called By is, I mean, I don't have to say anything. Called By is pretty good against Troll and Muchami. Onto our last 3. We're playing 3 traps. 1 Unbreakable XYZ Barrier. We can dump it off with Aqua Jet, and we can basically get it from grave to our hand with a specific combo. XYZ Splash. This card is not as relevant as the other ones. Let's say we would have this card on our hand, we would dump this card, and with that we could we could do DDD stuff, or we could get into L rank 5. And our most important card, Armored XYZ. This card is pretty good. We can XYZ in our opponent's turn. This plays around Droplet, and it activates our Batman, our full armored, because this card can be banished, and we can attach a XYZ from grave or field onto another XYZ. We can basically equip it, and that means our full armor gets activated to Snap Steal. Now onto our extra deck. So we are playing Mud Dragon for the Instant Fusion and for the Super Poly. 1 Garura for the draw 1 and for the Super Poly. 1 Crook Cook. This is what we are gonna make off with Buzzsaw and right-hand shark. Ray Lancer. This card is pretty important because let's say we are having this card in our hand, and we cannot get it into our deck with 7 Tachyon. We are just gonna, let's say, Crook Cook, and we're gonna dump off this card and do Ray Lancer on top. And it's pretty good for attacking. Drake Shark, also a OTK machine. It doubles the attack during the damage calculation, and this card can negate a monster and turn it off, basically. Our Tachyon search. So we're gonna show this off to search basically every level 4 in our deck. 1 Dugaris. This one is the card we're gonna use for the Dododo line, because we can draw 2 and then overlay into our XYZ armor. Now onto our XYZ package. 1 Torpedo. We're gonna use this to get 1 draw off. So this deck pretty much almost loses to draw if you don't have the right hands. XYZ armor. this card is good. It searched us the trap, so we need this card. And our Batman, our full armored Dark Knight, Snap Steel, and pretty good in the current meta. On to our last package. We are playing 2 Stealth Kraken and 2 Stealth Kraken Spawn. This card is pretty good against Yummy, because it makes everything water, everything on the field. And if this card gets destroyed, you can basically special summon both Kraken Spawn, which allows us to give more bodies. Yeah. Now onto our side deck. Side deck, we do play 1 barrier statue. This can come up, but it's not very usual, because usually if you draw Tachyon, you could search it off with Tachyon, but you do need your normal summon sometimes, because we don't have that much status, so it's only in the side deck. 1 Tactics and 1 Feather Duster. 3 White Holing. This card basically says it's good against Mitsurugi, or let's say Striker. Banish one card of your opponent's spells. The turn it was activated, your opponent cannot activate any spells anymore. Now against the Dracotel matchup, Retaliating Z, pretty good card. Can come up against Yami, but I usually don't side it against Yami. 3 Ash, Fuba Protection, so we need this. And 3 Dark Hole, yeah. Destroys every monster on the field. Another board breaker. We do have a lot, so that's the only board breaker we would need. Pretty good. Usually I do side 2 and 1 Happy Feather Duster, but sometimes I also use 3, so yeah, it's pretty good. I like the package. That was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like and subscribe.